English PodClass, conversation practice for beginners.
Hey! If you want to improve your English every single day without feeling stressed or overwhelmed, you clicked the right video. Totally the right place.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about small habits you can do daily that actually make a big difference in your English, even if you only have 5 to 10 minutes.
I say this because I used to try learning English in big, scary chunks, like 1 hour a day, and honestly, I burned out fast. But tiny micro habits? Game changer.
And here's the thing. You might already be doing some of these things every day without realizing they can actually boost your English. Want to know how?
So stick with us, because by the end of this episode, you'll have a simple plan to use daily micro habits that slowly but surely change your English for good.
And if you want to keep improving every day and actually feel more confident speaking, make sure you subscribe. We post new episodes every Monday through Friday, so your daily English practice is always ready to go. All right, so let's be real. How many times have you tried to study English every day and just gave up after a week? I know I have.
Totally. It's like you start with so much energy, then life hits, and suddenly your daily practice disappears.
And here's the thing I don't get. People always say, study for an hour a day or memorize lists of words, but honestly, that's just exhausting. I mean, who has that kind of time, right?
Exactly, and that's why micro habits are so powerful. You don't need big blocks of time, you just need consistency. Like even 5 minutes a day can add up to massive improvement.
Okay, I get that, but isn't 5 minutes too little? I mean, can it really make a difference?
Here's the funny part. Yeah, it can. It's not about the minutes, it's about doing it every day. I used to ignore little habits because I thought they were too small until I tracked what I did daily, and trust me, the progress surprised me.
Oh, so it's more like compounding interest for your English. Like the small stuff grows bigger over time.
Exactly. That's the perfect way to put it. And honestly, most people overlook this because they want instant results. They want to speak fluently tomorrow, but real improvement, it sneaks up on you.
I can see that. But let me challenge you. What about motivation? I feel like a lot of people start micro habits, then lose interest. How do you keep it going every day?
That's where the mindset shift comes in. You stop thinking of English as a chore and start connecting it to things you already enjoy. That's the secret. You're not forcing yourself, you're just weaving it into your life naturally.
Wait, are you saying we can practice English while doing things we love, like hobbies, music, even scrolling social media?
Exactly. And later in the episode, we'll give some super practical ways to do that every single day. You'll see, it's way easier than people think.
Okay, let's try something practical. Imagine you're at a coffee shop, right? And you want to order your drink in English without overthinking. What's the first thing you'd say?
Probably something like, "Hi, can I get," right? But here's the trick. You don't need perfect grammar. Just get the words out.
Exactly. So you could say, "Hi, can I get a latte, please?" Simple, polite, done. And even if your pronunciation isn't perfect, the barista will understand you.
And here's a tiny habit you could do daily. Every time you drink coffee, practice that line. Just once or twice a day. That's it. Doesn't sound like much, but after a week, your confidence jumps.
That's brilliant. And we can make it more fun, like pretend you're ordering for a friend, too. Hi, can I get 2 cappuccinos, please? Boom, you just practice numbers and drinks.
Exactly. Or let's say you're at a store buying something small, like snacks. You don't need to memorize every word, just a simple line. How much is this? Boom, done. Practice it every day while you shop or even pretend at home.
Oh, I love that. And here's a tip. You can even record yourself and play it back. That way you notice how you sound, but without stressing over being perfect.
Yes, and don't forget little micro habits with listening too. Like when you're on your way to work, listen to a short English podcast or even a song. Just 3 to 5 minutes counts.
So basically, your whole day can become English practice without you feeling like it's homework. Coffee, shopping, walking, it's all practice.
Exactly. And the beauty is you start seeing patterns. You notice common phrases, words, and sentence structures naturally. That's how your brain absorbs English without forcing it.
Okay, let me challenge you here. What if someone's shy and thinks, I'll look silly practicing these lines out loud?
Oh, totally. I hear that all the time. But tiny habits remove that pressure. You start alone, then maybe with a friend, then in a real situation. Confidence grows bit by bit. No big drama, just daily action.
Got it. So the key is small, consistent steps, like micro habits that sneak English into your life without stress.
Yes, and later we'll show some examples for at-home micro habits that take literally 2 to 3 minutes. You'll see it's easier than you think to build a daily routine.
All right, so before we move on, we got a comment from Sarah. She says, I try to practice English every day, but I keep forgetting. How do I make it a real habit? That's such a good question.
Ooh, yes, I love that one. And honestly, Sarah, you're not alone. This happens to almost everyone. That's why micro habits work better than big goals. Tiny things you do every day stick.
Right. So instead of saying, I'm going to study English for an hour every day, you could do something like watch one short English video every morning or say one new phrase aloud before breakfast.
Exactly. And even if it's just one sentence, it's still practice. Your brain starts associating that activity with English naturally.
Another comment came from Alex. He says, I feel embarrassed speaking English because I mess up words. How do I stop overthinking? Oh man, that hits me.
Yes. Alex, this is classic. Overthinking kills progress. The trick? Focus on communicating, not perfection. Even native speakers mess up sometimes. And tiny habits help you practice without pressure.
Yeah, and here's a fun tip. You can talk to yourself in English when no one's around. Narrate your day. I'm making coffee. I'm walking to the store. It sounds silly at first, but it's golden practice.
Totally. And micro habits make this easy. You don't need a script, you just start. Day after day, your brain builds patterns, vocabulary, and confidence almost automatically.
Okay, now a real challenge. What if someone says, I'm too busy, I don't have time? That's basically everyone, right?
Exactly. But remember, even 2 to 3 minutes counts. Micro habits are perfect for busy people. It's about tiny, consistent actions, not big time blocks. You'd be surprised how much even a few minutes a day adds up over a month.
That's actually motivating. And I love reading your replies, Rachel. You really make it feel like someone's cheering me on while I practice English.
Aw, thanks. That's the whole point. We want listeners to feel supported, not judged. English practice should feel doable and fun.
Okay, so here's a mini challenge for everyone watching. Pick one micro habit you can do today, like ordering coffee in English, saying a phrase aloud, or listening to a short podcast. Just one. Then stick to it for the next week and see what happens.
Yes, and when you do, drop a comment below telling us what micro habit you picked. We'd love to hear and celebrate your progress. Small steps, big impact.
Okay, Rachel, quick question. What if someone wants to go a step further? Like they get these micro habits, but they want a full plan to actually use English confidently in real situations. Do you have something for that?
Yes, and you know that, Mike. I created the Travel with Rachel, the Survival Guide. It's all about real English you use in everyday situations. Immigration, hotels, restaurants, cafes, pharmacies, even asking for directions or talking to the police.
Oh, wow. So it's not just random phrases. It's actually organized so you can use it in real life.
Exactly. And the best part? You can start with small micro habits from the guide. You don't have to memorize long lists. You just practice the phrases and situations you'll actually face.
That's awesome. I can see someone building confidence really fast that way, and I bet it helps people feel less stressed when traveling too, right?
Totally. And if you want more details, the link is in the video description. There's a lot of practical stuff in there that complements these daily micro habits we're talking about.
Nice. So basically, you start with tiny daily habits, then the guide helps you use those habits in real-life situations. That's smart.
Yes, it's like your daily micro habits meet real-world English. And honestly, it's much more fun than traditional studying. You're learning while actually living your life.
I love it. Okay, now I'm curious. What's one micro habit from the guide that's a favorite of yours?
Oh, good one. I love the ordering food in English micro habit. You can practice one phrase a day, like, I'd like a latte, please. And by the end of the week, you're ordering confidently without thinking twice.
I need to try that. All right, listeners, tiny habits, big results. And if you want to accelerate things, check out Rachel's guide in the description. No pressure, just practical help.
All right, let's do a quick vocabulary lab. I picked a few everyday expressions that are super useful for micro habits and daily English practice. Ready, Mike?
Always. Hit me with them.
Okay, first one. Give it a try. You can use this anytime you want to encourage yourself or someone else. For example, if you're nervous about ordering coffee in English, just tell yourself, okay, give it a try. It's short, easy, and super motivating.
I love that. I can see myself saying it before every micro habit. Give it a try. Boom. Confidence mode on.
Exactly. Second one, no pressure. This one is perfect when you're practicing English because, honestly, nobody's expecting you to be perfect. You can say, no pressure, just try your best, and it instantly takes off the stress.
Oh, I need that for myself sometimes. Makes mistakes feel not scary at all.
Exactly. Third expression, I'm just getting the hang of it. Super useful for showing progress. If someone asks how your English is, you can say, I'm just getting the hang of it. And it's natural, humble, and positive.
Nice. That's way better than saying, I'm bad at English, which is kind of discouraging.
Yes. Fourth one, step by step. Perfect for micro habits. Whenever you feel impatient or want instant results, remind yourself step by step. That's the whole secret of micro habits, really.
Totally. I can even make a sticky note for that. Step by step. Simple but powerful.
Exactly. And one last one for today, little by little. Similar vibe, but more casual. You can use it anytime, like when learning new words, phrases, or even trying to speak confidently. Little by little, I'm improving. Boom.
That's actually really nice. Feels encouraging without sounding cheesy.
Yes, and here's a tiny habit challenge for the vocabulary lab. Pick one of these expressions and use it every day for the next 3 days. Say it out loud, write it down, or even text it to a friend. Just one expression a day. It sticks faster than you think.
I love it. Micro habit inside a micro habit. That's so meta.
Exactly, Mike. That's the fun part. English becomes part of your life naturally, without stress or long study sessions.
All right, Rachel, let's do one last practice before we wrap up. I want something listeners can actually try right now. No excuses. Give me a quick daily micro habit we can do.
Perfect. Okay, here's one. Imagine you're at home making breakfast. While you're cooking, narrate what you're doing in English, like, I'm cracking eggs, I'm making toast, I'm pouring juice. That's it. Literally 2 minutes, done.
Nice. And you don't need to be perfect, right? Just saying it out loud is the practice.
Exactly. And here's a tiny trick. Try to use one of the expressions from our vocabulary lab while you narrate. So you could say, little by little, I'm improving while you're pouring your coffee. Boom. Micro habit squared.
I love it. I can already hear people thinking, wait, this is actually fun, and it doesn't feel like homework at all.
Totally. And remember earlier when we talked about motivation and feeling shy? This is exactly how you overcome it. You're practicing in a safe space with no pressure every single day.
Okay, last mini challenge for the day. Pick one activity, making coffee, brushing your teeth, walking your dog, and narrate it in English while using one new expression. Just one thing today. Then try a different one tomorrow. You'll notice how quickly it becomes a habit.
And here's the loop we promised earlier. Remember at the start when we said micro habits might seem too small, but can actually change your English life? That's exactly what we just practiced. Tiny daily actions lead to big progress over time.
Yeah, that's the cool part. It's not magic, it's consistency. And the more you do it, the more confident you'll get. Micro habit, repeat, progress. Simple formula.
And before we close, I want to remind everyone, if you loved this, you'll also want to check out our last video, How Hobbies Can Transform Your English Skills Fast. Use hobbies to boost English. It ties perfectly into what we talked about today, using what you enjoy as English practice.
Exactly. You'll see how hobbies, micro habits, and small daily steps all connect. Click the link and give it a try. You might be surprised how fast your English improves.
All right, everyone, let's take a moment to look back. Today we talked about daily micro habits, those tiny, simple actions that feel small, but actually add up to huge improvement in your English. The key is consistency, not perfection.
Yeah, and we practice some real-life stuff too. Ordering coffee, narrating your day, even using our little expressions. All things you can start doing right now. No stress, no big-time commitment.
And remember our mini loop? Those micro habits might seem tiny, but if you stick to them every day, little by little, step by step, your English will grow without you even realizing it. That's the magic.
Totally. And speaking of magic, if you want to go even deeper, check out our last video. Stop overthinking and speak English confidently. It's all about breaking the mental blocks that stop you from speaking, and it pairs perfectly with today's microhabit tips.
Yes, click the link, watch it, and see how combining daily practice with the right mindset can totally change your English journey. And of course, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe. We post new episodes every Monday through Friday, so you always have a fresh, structured way to improve your English and build confidence every day.
And just to leave you with a little fun, remember, even if you start with just narrating your toast or your coffee, you're officially an English superstar. Tiny habits, big impact. Keep going.
Exactly. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and see you in the next episode.